I don't know if I'm the only one who got really drained and exhausted watching Khosi Cries' diary session today. Guys, it was really exhausting. These two people were sort of bickering like kids, and oh my God, it was tiring because Miracle was not ready to back down. Khosi was not ready to back down. At some point, Big Brother was quiet and just allowed both of them to just carry on and on and on, which is something that they normally do whenever they have their paired diary session. And sometimes I find it really entertaining. I find it really exciting because when they want to be sweet, you know, to each other, they do it to the max, and you just have no choice but to gush over how sweet and civil they are to each other. But today, oh my God, today was kind of toxic. Yes, it was kind of toxic. They were just going at each other, and it was very obvious that both of them, they've got their own bias in mind against the other person, which we clearly know of. Yes, and it was just really draining. It was really draining. So we're going to go ahead and talk about their diary session, the details of what they discussed, and something quite interesting also happened. Big Brother, all through today during the paired housemates diary session, had been asking them to give a word of advice to their partners, and when it got to these two people's turn, guys, it looked like a parent telling two siblings to say words of encouragement to each other after a huge fight. So it wasn't really funny at all, but at the same time, it was just very, very funny. It was just a very, very awkward moment between these two people. So as I said, we're going to get into this video. We'll talk about it. And as usual, I urge you all to please go ahead and share with me your thoughts in the comment section below. I would love to know what you think. And quickly, before we get into the actual details of their diary session, quick question. Are you enjoying Khosi Cries' drama in the diary room or not? Do you find it exhausting as I did today? Or are you just like me? Sometimes you find it entertaining and exciting, and other times you find it just completely toxic and draining. What are your thoughts? Please go ahead and share the comment section below. And you are all specially welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the tea. Some of you have said that I should just continue into the video without my introduction. Hell no. There's no way I'm gonna do a video without giving an introduction, because hey, there's some of you that are new here and I need to properly welcome all of you, okay? So if you're a new subscriber here, you are especially welcome to joining this community. If you are a returning viewer, returning subscriber, thank you so much for choosing to come back. If you are yet to join this family completely, please do not hesitate to do exactly what you see on your screen. All right, now quickly, let's move into the details of Khosi Cries' diary session. So from time to time, when I put out videos, I see in the comment section comments asking, oh Glory, is it only Miracle, Khosi, and Yemi and Thabang that's in that house as housemates? Or why is it that most of the time those are the only people that we get to talk about? Why don't we get to talk about other housemates? And when I see comments like that, I find it quite interesting, because I'm asking myself, okay, this person probably does not really see the very obvious that these people that they are mentioning are the people that are very good at creating conversations around their business in that house. Yes, most of the other housemates, they're just there. Most of them don't even know how to leverage on camera time in the diary room to create conversations about themselves. But when it comes to Khosi and Miracle, trust those two people to be very, very smart. You see those two people, in as much as sometimes they get to be very, very annoying, those two people, I must give it to them, they are very, very smart, extremely calculative. These two people really understand the game. I mean, I have a strong feeling that they must have studied the Big Brother show so much that they are fully aware that when it is time for diary session, they know that people pay a lot of attention to what housemates say during diary session. They know that the diary session is more like the housemates' personal confessionals, more like the housemates' therapy time, more like the housemates' camera time, like camera and me time. In other words, viewers and me time. So they fully understand that whatever they do, whatever they say during their diary session goes a long way to create highlights for them and to also create conversations for them, also helps them to trend. Yes, So these two people, they are very smart, which is why whenever you listen to their diary session, especially when they have their paired diary session, oh my God, they do the most. I mean, sometimes if their diary session does not look like a TV show where there's a journalist interviewing a guest, sometimes it looks like a banter session. Yes, both of them bantering each other, both of them, ranting at each other. Sometimes it looks like couples having sweet conversations with each other. And most of the time when they do these things, Big Brother allows them, Big Brother keeps quiet, except when they do it excessively though. Then Big Brother tells them, you know what, take your conversation outside the diary room, go have your conversation outside, So today was no different. Today was no different. What they did today, all the arguments they had been having this week, all the back and forth they had been having this week, all the beef that they had been bearing as grudges between each other this week, they decided to come and explode in Big Brother's diary room today. And Big Brother, as usual, allowed them to just, to just vent. And it got to a point that Khosi was almost crying. Why?
Khosi, Black Boy has said way more borderline things that I did. If I say one simple thing, Khosi would just be like, I'm gonna call. And just, I'll be like, bro, what did I say?
So initially when they started talking, right, people was asking about, the task. Today, of course, is their wager task presentation. So people was asking about their task, was asking about if they have actually had time to sit down and talk about their strengths and weaknesses as partners. And Miracle started with the story. Sometimes he tries to make jokes with Khosi, but Khosi doesn't ever know how to take his jokes. That, there are a lot of people in the house that makes jokes with Khosi about the most mundane things, and Khosi never overreacts. But whenever it seems as though he's trying to be playful with Khosi, make jokes with her, she picks offense easily. Now, people was asking him to be specific, and he was naming people like, Thabang, Black Boy, that when these people make jokes with Khosi never seems to pick offense. Now, the bone of contention between these two people actually is a fruit, peach. Yes.
I walked in the kitchen, I looked for my peach, and he was just like, Gigi, where? And I'm the immature one when I don't want to speak to him because I'm annoyed. It's like, kind of just like telling you like, okay, let's see, what is he gonna do? What is she gonna do?
So Khosi's own annoyance was that Miracle had to call the attention of Justin and Ebuka in the kitchen, towards the fact that she was eating a spoiled fruit after their workout session this morning. And she did not like it because she found it really embarrassing. Now for Khosi, she feels like whenever she gives Miracle attention, he's all good, well behaved, but the moment she does not give him attention anymore, this guy picks offense and begins to behave in a weird way towards her, and sometimes he tries to make her look like a fool in front of people in the kitchen. So for her, she does not really like Miracle's way of making jokes with her because it's always like geared towards making her look like a fool. Miracle, on the other hand, is of the opinion that no, that Khosi is not being honest about it, that Khosi literally just picks offense at anything that he does. Now, these two people, to be very frank with you all guys, they were not being very, very specific about the issues, because Biggie even went as far as asking Khosi especially, that Khosi, what kind of jokes exactly does Miracle, make at you that you do not really like, that you do not really find funny? And she could not really point her fingers at it. For her, it's just about the way he behaves, his attitude towards her, his aura. And even Miracle was asking Khosi, what exactly is it? But she could not really place her finger on it. And guess what, guys? She had to now backtrack all the way back to Tuesday night's event between Yemi and Miracle, the whole plate and dish issue, that, Yemi and Miracle, they had an issue, blah, 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 where she was crying, where she felt like, Miracle is not even feeling sorry for her as a partner, that Miracle is just continuously upsetting the whole house, forgetting that every time that happens, it results in them getting nominated, that they might go home, and Miracle does not really care. For him, he just cares about his ego, doing whatever he wants to do to upset people in the house, stepping on toes here and there. Miracle does not know how to be discreet about his strategy, and she was actually crying, guys. She was actually crying. Miracle, on the other hand, was adamant that that was wrong, that it was not doing anything wrong. Khosi, on the other hand, just needed to vent at that point in time. That Tuesday's event really upset her.
Like, it just frustrates me because I'm just like, why do you have to be the one who's always involved in these things? And I feel like we're just gonna go home eventually because he just can't just be like other people. Like, you can address things, but you don't have to be like that.
Now, both of them continued to vent and vent and vent until it seemed as though they were going to lash out at each other. And then Big Brother had to tell them both to advise each other, to give a word of advice to each other. Now, it looked really difficult. Like, it looked almost impossible because they just did not even want to talk to each other. I mean, even in the house, according to Miracle, Khosi had been avoiding him. Yes, because she just felt like he was just doing too much. Khosi's advice to him was for him to learn to be smarter and less emotional, to be more strategic. And ladies and gentlemen, in that regard, I agree 100% with Khosi. Miracle is overly emotional. Everything Miracle does in that house, he does in his feelings. And, you know, I've said this before on one of my videos, I think it was my video yesterday, that the thing with Miracle is you can't love him less, you can't hate him more. You find everything he does to be deviously exciting. Yes, he's very, very annoying, but in a very, very exciting way, because you know that there's no way Miracle will be in that house that's not going to bring the drama. I mean, guys, there's nobody that would not agree that Miracle is overly emotional. Yes, he's strategic, yes, he's smart, but the way he executes his strategy, it comes off as him being overly sentimental about it. He doesn't know how to operate stealthily. He's not a smooth operator. No, he's a noisy operator. He's a shabby, he's a shabby operator. He doesn't know how to, you know, come and people don't see him coming. No, he comes with all the noise and everything. Like, he's literally making it like bang, 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 bang. He likes coming with a bang. Yes, he likes coming with a bang. He doesn't know how to come stealthily, and that puts off Khosi a lot. Now, Miracle, on the other hand, wanted to contest advice, and I'm glad that Big Brother said no, advice, not ask questions, because Miracle is very good at poking everything that people say, you know. So his own advice to Khosi was that Khosi should learn to stop assuming, you know, about him being emotional and all whatnot. And guys, I found an atom of truth in Miracle's advice to Khosi, because we all know that even though Khosi thinks that Miracle is dying for her, Miracle is obsessed with her, we know, I mean, we learned last week, Valentine's week, that Miracle has someone outside that he's really crazy about, and he's just also using Khosi as much as Khosi is using him as a pawn in his game. So Miracle's advice to Khosi, it was like a transparent, indirect truth that Khosi will never get, because in her mind, Miracle's world revolves around her. You know, so the diary session was quite interesting. I kind of enjoyed it, but in a way, guys, I'm going to be frank with you, it was very draining. It was very draining. It was very exhausting. And I'm sure that even Big Brother himself got so tired that before they left, Big Brother advised both of them. He said to Khosi that when you constantly expect offense from people, even the most innocent gesture will come across as an offense to you, which is quite true. Like, Miracle irritates Khosi, guys. I don't know if you agree with me, but it's what I personally have seen and observed. Miracle irritates Khosi. There's nothing Miracle does that that Khosi likes. Yes, and the whole house has observed it as well. People have seen it. People just, and they tell it to her that she's very mean to Miracle, and she does not really mind. But that's the thing. And she makes it very obvious that she does not just want to be around Miracle, even though both of them are partners. I mean, that explains why whatever Miracle does, she does not mind reporting to Black Boy or Thabang or Yemi. So she does not even know how to hide her sentiments towards the guy. And then Biggie equally advised Miracle, you know, to be very sensitive to the point of, you know, taking note of jokes that his partner does not like. I mean, guys, I feel like that's actually very good advice, because the problem with Miracle on the show is he does not just know when to stop. We've seen that happen with the way he's moving with Yemi. We've seen that happen the way he's moving with other housemates, yes. And that's Miracle for you. Once he starts, he wants to see results, like Jenny O. I mean, he saw Janio get evicted, so now if he doesn't see Yemi get evicted, I don't think he's gonna pipe down from all of his shenanigans. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would love to know your thoughts. What do you think about the issues, existing between the Khosi pair? Do you think they'll ever get to resolve it? Do you think that both of them are going to even stop creating all this drama in the house and in the diary room? Just go ahead and share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on another video soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.